Our group, which includes Lucas Domine, Clayton Sanborn, Tom McCambridge, and Miggy Francisco, researched the causes of the dead zone created off the shores of the Gulf of Mexico. Each year, a huge dead zone forms in the Gulf of Mexico. In 2015, it measured 6,474 square miles. For reference, this is significantly larger than the entire state of Connecticut. These dead zones are caused by huge algal blooms. What causes these huge blooms? The answer lies in the nutrients phosphorus and nitrogen. Nitrogen and phosphorus are vital to all plant life, and every plant on Earth needs them to grow. In the Gulf of Mexico, they occur in very small quantities and act as a limiting nutrient for the algae. However, when humans deposit large amounts of these minerals into the water, the algae grows at an enormous rate. When these algae eventually die, their decomposition takes up all of the available oxygen in the water, leaving the water uninhabitable. The main human sources of nitrogen and phosphorus are animal waste, fertilizer runoff, and sewage treatment plants. The heavy demand on agriculture from the Midwest dramatically increases the agricultural use of nitrogen and phosphorus-rich fertilizer and the amount of livestock raised near the Mississippi River, which then flows into the Gulf of Mexico. To make things worse, the Clean Water Act cannot do anything about nitrogen and phosphorus pollution from agricultural sources, and they are completely unregulated. The state's own regulation on the pollution is often ineffective as well. Many states set the total maximum daily load, or how much they are allowed to pollute, as virtually none, which is referred to as Narrated standard. While this regulation may sound like a good thing, it is very subjective and doesn't actually restrict pollution well. It would be better to use numeric standards for pollution, which would instead put a numerical cap on the pollution. You may be thinking, I am not a farmer and I'm not in the Midwest. And you also might be thinking, what can I do about this nutrient pollution? Well, we have a few solutions. First of all, you can talk to lawmakers and encourage them to switch to numerical standards. There's even some narrative standards in California that you can ask to change to better regulate pollution. You can also advocate for the regulation of agriculture's contribution to nitrogen and phosphorus pollution. Finally, you can take the 100-mile challenge and try to only eat food produced within 100 miles of your home. This will reduce the pressure on the agricultural business of the Midwest and therefore reduce the amount of nitrogen and phosphorus getting poured into the Gulf. The dead zone may feel like a huge, insurmountable problem for an individual. Well, you would be right. However, when many people work together towards a common goal, anything is possible.